Welcome, Twin Flames. It's the Rainbow Wizard. I will be doing your reading. It is a Saturday here in London, and it is the 24th of August. This reading is for twin flames in separation, twin flames in relationship, situationship, those that are in any ship with a journey and a twin flame journey. So thank you for being here. If this reading resonates with you, please do like, subscribe, leave a comment as well. I will open the comment section. So let's dive into your reading, dear twin flames. I hope you've had an amazing August. And myself, I have been away. I have been with my family and visit my dad, which is in a home. He has Alzheimer's. So yes, it was very nice to see all of my family. I have a big family. So here in the UK, now it's the first day where it feels like autumn, a taste of autumn, I will say. A great day to be indoors and do readings all day. We are moving into Virgo season, I believe we have already. So if anyone is Virgo listening, I wish you happy birthday. And well, the Hermit is Virgo energy. This reading is not for any specific signs. However, as always, I will let you know which signs that are showing up throughout the reading. So there are twin flames. Let's go. I am going to have a sip of my coffee. Okay, so we have in the past celebration, getting together with friends, with family. However, in this particular Three of Cups, I do see a couple. You see how this person is holding this person is more curvy, or the way this person is standing. There is a third party situation perhaps. Now, I do see also someone holding a flower behind them. I see that, this person here they're looking towards the person they're not holding their arm around. I am picking up a couple that is, they have been a couple. So it's the kind of, well, it's acceptable to hold their arm around each other. But this person's face isn't facing this person. They're facing the other person. So let's see what's coming up here. Now, with a star as well, I do see here, I'm getting also, you see around here, there's a lot of flowers. I'm seeing here that there is something about a growing flower alone, like it's more, I'm getting a lotus that grows in a pond or in water. And then there is flowers that grow only, in on the land, basically. I'm getting that your energy is coming up as this lotus flower that can only grow when the water level is certain height, or there is a certain season, or there is just that period where the flower, I don't know much, I don't have green fingers, but I'm getting that there is a cycle to the flower. And I'm getting that this flower is about to bloom. So with a star, because of the water levels is increasing to the right level, perhaps. I mean, who knows how deep this water is? It could be deep, it could be just a millimeter, right? So I'm seeing here the star that is shining very, very bright. And here we have the 10 of Pentacles. So your person, your counterpart, there are people that are surrounding each other. Someone could live in a village, there could be a marble here, like, I don't know what it's called. One of those that you have in the marble arch, is like almost a half a tunnel. I see dogs, I see cats, I see children. I see a place where a lot of people talk and mingle all day long. But a wise man is sitting down and thinking that, I've seen it all in this village. I've seen it all. Like, I've seen love, I've seen hate, I've seen tears, I've seen joy, I've seen celebration. And something is about to, it's building up. Here are these three people, right? There is something about an inner knowing that there will be a shift in a relationship. Someone is starting to connect with their inner self. There's some knowledge that this person has gained that they have not yet spoken about. Maybe they are getting older and they're watching, there's a cycle, they're watching around them. They're fairly happy and content in the environment they have around them, but there is something missing. What is missing is this thread. Well, the thread between the two souls are there, but the actual getting together in real life is not there. But with the lovers, this person, they feel this connection to you and the romantic side of things much stronger than they have in a long time. Like the lotus, the flowers, the leaves come and go, presumably, and there's something about reconnecting the romantic side, even though the thread in the twin flame union has always been there. This person could live overseas. You could also contemplate traveling overseas or even contemplating a move. This person here, they could have been in a long-term relationship or be in a long-term relationship, or this person is someone that have always only been in long-term relationships, or if they are single, they could also only, it's like either they remain single and then only consider if there's a long-term relationship. But this connection with you, it feels completely different. It's not bound by such measures. It's not bound by, okay, we must have this particular, like there's something about yours and theirs past experience when it comes to relationship. It is that, okay, in the 3D world, the person that hold their arm around someone, the person that come together, coupled up, regardless of gender, and someone is what type of partnership, they come together in the same car, they share the same, in the restaurant, the table, they do all this couple where it's the society will see them as a couple. But this connection here, it doesn't follow those measures at all. This connection here is still very much together without those measures. And we have the King of Wands. So this person is very warm, they are very kind. This person, they feel this very strong pull, the natural pull towards you, and it's quite unique compared to how they felt before. It's almost a pull that they cannot really resist. It's not obsessive, it's not the devil, it's not driven by a 3D like matchmaking or anything like that. It's a process that is like the cycle of a flower. I mean, I'm getting a particular lotus flower, so that could be have a particular meaning to someone. But this person have a very warm energy. They are very, at this time, their presence is warm, it's kind, it's very much focused towards you, dear twin flames. However, in your energy, you could have been dealing with legalities, or maybe it's like delays. You feel you could feel sad. You could feel at this time, you could feel that I'm getting again, it's like a flower again, I guess, with or without thoughts. It's like you feel that, okay, this place is not longer for me. You feel just that you don't fit in. And for many of you, you are someone that you have chosen to remain an outsider. You have chosen to remain an outsider, but you are very exceptional in what you do. You are so exceptional that you cannot try to fit in, because then you wouldn't be exceptional. So you have remained an outsider perhaps, but you feel a certain type of way. You could feel left out. If you look into a field of, let's say, dandelions, if that's a flower, or cactus, but let's say it's usually you see a field of like this yellow dandelions, and there is a rose or a lotus flowers on their own, right? It would be very hard to give that just one. That would be, if someone is drawn to lotus flowers or roses, and you are in a field like of thousands of one particular flower, do you think there will be other people that are interested in a lotus flower or a rose come all over there? to spend the day. No, there could be a lot of children just running around. They want to pick all these dandelions before the leaves fall off, and make this kind of, like you see here, it's, I guess, what you use for midsummer parties and so on, like this. I lose my words today, but yeah, you wear on your head, right? This kind of ring you wear on your head. So then you can have a lot of children going there, and they pick all these flowers, and everyone, either a lot of people are there, they want to pick them, or maybe people just go amongst them. But these are the typical crowds, all right? And if you are this other flower and you don't want to, you don't have any other similar flowers to mingle, there will be times where you feel very alone, because there is no one there that will come all the way, traveling all the way over there to see just one flower. No, for those type of flowers, they are, lotus, I think they live in South America. Let's say you will have a lot more there. I haven't seen anyone outside where I live. It's more on the dandelion side to grow in amongst concrete, even though a lotus note or lotus flower can also grow in mud. So you can grow anywhere. It's not that. But at this time, you are exceptional. But for many of you, there is no attention on the fact that you are exceptional. And for many of you, you feel sad. You feel that you have spent a lot of time in the wrong place, where you don't, you are shining. You're not stopping your shine, but many of you could have tried to fit in, and could have given you some kind of internal conflict here. And there's going to be a shift. Now, this person over here, they have tried to fit in, and maybe they thought that this is the right path for them. But there is a shift here as well. Let's see what is showing up if we dig in deeper into this person's energy. So we have the 9 of... and here on this end, it can also be various external energies that is showing up, meaning different romantic partners, but we are focusing on the twin flame. But let's just see what is coming up. All right, so I do pick up this person on the outside, like in the 3D. This person also try to fit in, or they are fitting in. So actually on paper, see, there is also, interestingly enough, there's roots. On paper or in the 3D, this person's life is balanced. I'm seeing someone potentially in an environment with people around where it's okay. It's okay, it's balanced, it's peaceful, it's a routine as well. But I do see here that there has been a lost love where they are, lost passion perhaps. If you are a Virgo or Libra, or maybe you, if not, you might have been in a long-term relationship with them in the past, and there's been a separation. They feel sad about it as well, and where they've been, they feel balanced and fine. I'm not getting so much about, whether it's not like a third party, or like there's people like keeping this person. Not yet. I'm not getting any such energies, but I'm getting more. This is about what this person needs to do in order to fulfill like their dreams, and also be exceptional, because twin flames are supposed to shine and be exceptional. They are unique. You will find twin flames connecting, that the conversations are different. It's like quite big words, or just they are very much there for the society. The twin flame unions, it's two flowers that are growing together, maybe twinning their roots together, but they are supposed to serve a purpose. They are supposed to serve a purpose. And it looks like this person is realizing that a new season, this balance, this feeling fine, is actually where they're trying to fit in, and then having to walk away from their dream. And their dream is to be exceptional as well, but remaining them remaining in this environment where everyone else maybe sees them as fitting in, it's giving them this internal conflict in which have made them play games. I do see someone reconnecting with their spiritual journey. I see someone understanding what it takes to be exceptional, and that they also have a purpose that they have not served until now. This person have not, they have just stayed in a place that is okay. If they're in a relationship that is just okay, it's not really about, it's very much 3D. It is like, you go to work, I go to work, we meet once a year or like for a date, but then we are around each other. It's maybe very much talking about, it's like there is something missing that is not giving them the spark and zest for life in the way they could have when they connect with what is exceptional within them and also show that to the world. And this person could have Sagittarius, and Sagittarius are exceptional on their own. Sagittarius energy is very, very intelligent. They have so many talents. And I think also Sagittarius energy could be, a lot of people could rely on Sagittarius energy because they are so responsible, so kind. They are very warm. I find the Sagittarius energy, I never met anyone that is Sagittarius that don't excel at anything they do. They are extremely bright, and many Sagittarius as well, they have 2 number 2s in their birth date because they're born the 12th, and if they are born in the I'm just seeing the number 2 end of November, and then obviously you don't have to have 2 number 2s, but many have, because there are so many opportunities to fit in the number 2, because you have from the 20th, I think it's 22nd of November, and then I just see something about 2 number 2 here. I don't know why it keeps coming up and saying 2 number 2, or there is 2 number 1 as well. 1 plus 1 is 2, of course, because many could be born, if you're born before they're millennial. So it's something about 2s I'm getting here in the Sagittarius energy, and that they know that they don't really thrive where they are anymore. This person could be someone that have been living a single life, even if they're in a relationship. They talk as if they're single, and there could be this realization that they are not really being authentic with how they are supposed to live as well. Like this person could be, they are talking always about, okay, I traveled there and on my own. I went out last night on my own. There's something about this person presenting themselves as single, even without this being an expectation to do so, and realizing that actually they must acknowledge why they do that. And if they are in a, supposed to operate as a group together, and it's almost like if there's a work situation, they are always operating on their own because they are exceptional. They don't really fit in. So I see here that they could be approaching a situation in their life where they are telling either a boss, a mother figure of their child, regardless of the gender, that look, my apologies, or something like that, that they cannot remain in keeping up this facade, because it's almost like they are sitting down watching, like they are keeping this facade together only to see everyone else enjoying themselves, but on the cost of this person's happiness. Then they know it. Their feelings for you is that they have this unique pull towards you that is not with words, it's not with presence, it is there. And you see, this is also resembling almost a lotus flower. So this is definitely, obviously this is a cup, but if you it's leaves underneath. I'm just getting the vision of lotus flowers constantly, and we have the 7 of Pentacles. They already know that, and it takes a long time for any flower to grow. So I'm getting that they already know, between the 2 of you, a seed is planted that no one has the visibility to. Only the 2 of you have visibility to these seeds growing, because it's the both of yours spiritual journey. And you also view the spiritual journey in a different way, but you are very much connected. You are always connected. As soon as the twin flame couple lay their eyes on each other, you are connected, more so also in the 3D. So it's not even needing the proof of being in a relationship. Two people that understand the spiritual journey and the purity of the spiritual journey will understand the connection, and it will be hard to explain that to anyone, and you don't need to explain it to anyone. They know that since they lay their eyes on you, and regardless what happened from that moment, they know that whatever they did outside of you, they will always try to fit in if they also remain on the same journey without changing anything else around them. Because again, the twin flame journey is not about it's not really about saying, well, if I just shift my relationship, then I've served my purpose. It's not about that. It's about so much else. It's about fulfilling a purpose and becoming someone that is exceptional and living out the exceptional, their exceptionality, let's say, with passion and drive. So the two of you could be someone that give a lot to the world, but if you are trying to fit in, you won't be able to give so much to the world, because you will then remain with this internal conflict, because anyone around you, they're not going to come up and say to you like, look, can you not see what's happening, right? Because even in a field of flowers, of dandelions, it's not like the dandelion decided to be a dandelion and then decided to ruin the view for the beautiful flower that might be amongst them. It's just the way it is. But if someone come and pick the flower from another field and then put them together, they will know that I'm not alone, and they already know that, because there are flowers all over the world, right? So I'm just getting that the two of you do know that you have a purpose, and the purpose is not served in the environment that you're in right now. And when the two of you are connecting, you know that there is two of you have the same purpose to create this magic, and that is so much more than the 3D relationship. So here there is a big shift of their mind set when it comes to spirituality in particular. They're moving from a 3D, very traditional type of thinking around the relationship to what is it that make me feel exceptional and living my best life, also serving other people. How can I serve my purpose? So this is coming to light here, and where there is a shift. Okay, I'm going to find another deck and I'll be right back. Sorry, I had to pause there. So we're going to look into your energy here and what is happening surrounding this shift in the season of Virgo, especially in the beginning of September. The Justice and the Page of Swords, waiting for news, legalities. Many of you could be feeling like you have to hold on to whatever you have. There is uncertainty. Many of you will be your intentions in the month of September will be to move forward in terms of something new. You know that you have a foundation to make choices, decisions, that each decision, each choice will lead you to something better or something good, and it will lead you to change. But you could be feeling a little stuck. Many of you could be choosing not to be exceptional, and perhaps whilst doing that, you feel this really heavy energy, and you feel like it's not where you're supposed to be. However, you could also feel this kind of, oh gosh, what do I do? Everyone's saying, it's anyone can give as much advice. You can, these days, you can listen to me. You can listen to any YouTube shorts, TikTok, Instagram. Like, there's so much words of wisdom, right? It's famous for it, and it's great. But these kind of words of wisdom is only something someone speaks when they have experienced it, all right? And because when you listen to it, these kind of, do this, it's only because they've experienced it. It's great to listen to it, but still every person have their journey. And anyone, it's like every time you go through any kind of pain and change, that is individual for anyone, and that part is often not spoken about, because it's like it will always be minimized. When someone reaches success, you will be, okay, I did go through a struggle, but actually when you're in that struggle, things go really, really, really slow, and there is no advice in the world that can really give you the best answer, because not feeling stuck is feeling stuck. It's just each person will have their own time where they're going through something, and there is no words in the world that can just be said and then suddenly you're like, okay, nice to know, now I know these words, of course I follow the instruction, you know. Because feeling, when you're in the Eight of Cups, it's also feeling like it's like in between a rock and a hard place. It's just that can be a long haul period and a bit painful as well. Yeah, many of you feel that your world's falling apart. Many of you feel this dead end. You could feel very exhausted. You could feel that there's a lot of justice, right? Okay, wow. So you feel that you have to be in the Queen of Wands energy, right? Warm. You are independent. You are a social butterfly. Maybe you had to try to be a social butterfly, and confidence and courage and fired up and attractive, bold, fierce. People could see you like that, but you might not necessarily be this way, like how people see you. But here there's very interesting energy around you, twin flames, right? There is karma, laws, there is the truth, there is court, there is cause, there is an effect. There is waiting, making a decision, taking a risk, or should you not take a risk? I'm seeing here that many of you could have really been slowed down by people around you trying to make you. I see this, yeah. There is a pain. There's been pain around you, and you could be going through pain right now. And the pain is because you're trying to fit in. Because you're exceptional and you're trying to fit in. You could wear your heart on a sleeve, but there is no one supporting you. You have to stand up for yourself, defend yourself, not give up. But you could be protecting something that you don't really want that much. There could be heartbreak and sadness around you. There could be people feeling this way, and you could feel that these emotions are your own when they're not. It's saying here, regardless how you feel at the moment, you could dive into your fantasy when it comes to purify your energy. I'm seeing here that there is a flower that you're meant to grow with together, and this person is also coming towards you, but in the 3D, it doesn't look this way. It's saying here for you, they're twin flames, not to focus on the actual person's hand reaching out and holding yours. It's something here about greater than that. You could sit in pain for the moment as well. That could be a way of releasing something. I'm seeing here you could feel isolated. You could feel that you are surrounded by legal systems and legal cases, and there is like a very harsh energy around you. You are winning the cases, but on the road to win these cases, you also lose time. A court case, how long does it take? You lose time, you have to lose your effort, and you know, it's not a journey anybody would say, oh, I'll pick this journey. And it's saying here to shift, you could shift your mindset to see that anything that you could encounter, especially when it comes to legal system, the justice and unfairness and karma, and maybe you're hearing about someone tried to do something on purpose, but karma is catching up with them. It's something about here, don't lose the purity, don't lose the your childlike ways in here. Because if you're in the field of flowers, right, when the dandelions, when they turn all, is it gray, and they it flies away, this, yeah. I don't know what to call it, leaves, because they are dead, all right? these energies will come and go and come and go and come and go. But if you are the only flower that is trying to shine, and you're shining and shining and shining, and no one is giving you attention, and you still try there and try to get attention for your shine, obviously you will close in as well and just feel, I just stay here and one day I die, and then hopefully next season. So many of you could have lost a season. You could have lost, it's like, well, everyone else is having a great time. You're like, no, this season has not been my season. This has not been my year. This has not been my month, because you're finding yourself in the midst of all this legal action disputes, and there is a lot of dark gray energies, and you are sort of stuck in fear. Perhaps you need someone to take you up by the root and take you to another pond, but you can grow in mud. It's that you can grow anywhere. You can grow in mud, but you feel abandoned. You feel there is hardship and loss and isolation, maybe struggle. You feel like you're unable to recover, perhaps. It is because there is something about you. It's the scarcity mindset in a way. Waiting for something that is not going to happen in the place that you're at. But you have enough finances, you have enough fire. Many of you could be experiencing a painful, it's like period that the universe has come in and it is saying that, right, if you're not moving your ass now, and you don't know that there is another field, like, there's proof there are other flowers like you, it's proof, it's impossible that it isn't, but you're still staying in a place where the flowers are definitely not your cup of tea, and you can survive there, you can survive, and you still grow season after season, but it's not where you're supposed to be. It is not where you're supposed to be. You're supposed to be somewhere else. And this is where this connection is happening. I feel that amongst a tough crowd, amongst a tough environment where there is no one you can turn to right now, you feel that will actually understand you. No one will understand you, because there are many that are surrounding around you like a difficult environment. So you're going inwards, the high priestess. Go inwards, and you will be seeking this. Many of you are advised to do this, and maybe you've been advised to do so for a while. There are certain health measures that you could take that is difficult to shed. Like bad habits is hard to shed. I don't really get like super bad habits that is unusual, or like something, it's nothing about addiction or anything coming up here, but it has to do with you giving a lot of yourself and not receiving anything in return. It has to do with, doesn't matter how kind, how optimistic you are, because you are in the wrong environment. And there will be a shift. It's saying for you not to wait anymore, and to connect with this journey now. There is a tower that will come in, and that will shake up everything here. There is someone around around you. There's two situations. So when we're coming back to the romantic situation here with this twin flame union, around your person's your twin flame, around them, there is a community that is on paper full of love and growth and memories. The photo album will look like so colorful and no other place to be. But internally, this person is not feeling this love. They are not feeling it, and they are not feeling they are fitting in. But on paper, they are. On paper, you look like you are alone, completely on your own. But you are actually happier than this person in this colorful environment. Sometimes you can feel more alone being in a crowd that is happy when you don't fit in, when it's not your happiness, than being alone. Because when you're alone in a way, or at least you have, It's something about you celebrate yourself. It's not really, you have also people around you to celebrate, but it is not forced. These are people to celebrate with when it suits you. When you want to go in and out of maybe in isolation with this person, the crowd is always there. It's like living in this supposedly colorful village and everything is happening, everything must be so happy, but they know that they lost the love for this village, and they feel more down, like, so it's like the opposite of where you're at. You could feel that you've had to be so strong, so fierce, and like there's this constant waiting, legal matters, could be chaotic environment, but it just feels a bit hostile, and it feels like waiting, and you don't want to wait anymore. This energy is going to break. This is breaking, and you're going to learn something from this journey. They're twin flames. You're going to learn that don't take too long to move your ass into a place where there are other ponds. It is very easily to get stuck, especially when it's one thing after the other. Especially, I mean, this year, depending on your chart as well. Personally finding, Chinese years can have a major impact. So the year of the dragon, I mean, I love people born the year of the dragon, myself, and I think it's a very, the Chinese sign, is very powerful. However, it has Taurus in it, which is bringing also everything down to earth compared to the energy last year of the rabbit, where Pisces energy is softer. So everything could have just been shoved under the table, but you knew that, okay, everything that is shoved under the table, not dealt with, it's going to be then brought down to earth in 2024. And it has. So many are realizing that, well, many, especially people that are not living the truth or trying to get away with stuff. Yeah, the rabbit is naturally much easier because they will get away with a lot of things, but then nobody's getting away with shit in 2024 because everything is just being brought down to the ground. There could be so many things escalated as well. So again, you could find yourself in this energy where you are dealing with people dealing with their karma, and then you are in the midst of it, even though you might be on the winning end of things. But when you are in a settlement, waiting, like, even though okay, justice is mine, but still that is an energy that is harsh, and you'd rather not be there. You'd rather not be on that end of things. So many of you could feel unfairly treated, and you know that things are coming into place, but you just feel tired. So for many of you, it's like, you're winning, but because of the journey you've had to wait to win, now you don't want what you want. It's the price is not a price anymore. It's karma, justified perhaps, but you don't even care about that. You rather be without, the karmic justice, because, if, anyone that experience unfairness, and everyone can say in a moment, oh, well, one day I'll get my justice, one day I'll get the karma, all right? But, in the end of the day, that's just words. No one wants to experience that. No one does feel happy about the journey to wait for the karma. And if you wait and think, okay, my only goal is to see the karma, only in the movies, that's the way. It's like if you go into the barbaric movies, it's like, yeah, I will go to the end of the earth to find the person that did that, right? But if that person doesn't enjoy that journey, it's painful. If you're just waiting for justice to be served, and waiting and stay in isolation, depleted, lose everything you have, is it worth it? No, it's not probably as worth it as it would have been to just say, all right, well, it's been injustice here. I don't want to wait for it. I will look at this as a loss, and I will immediately find a gain elsewhere, but I will not stand in the middle of waiting for justice, because this is why. So many of you could find or have an experience during this year, twin flames, where you find yourself that, yeah, maybe you should have just gone immediately when there was some injustice. Is it worth waiting for? What are you waiting for? But again, those that have waited and those that have won, and when you get what you want, you do not want it anymore. Let me tell you that. I see it in the cards. So it could be your lesson, and that you will not remain in the same position in the future. It has more to do with something you want that you no longer want anymore. All right. So the shift is here. There is a major lesson, spiritual lesson that had been playing out in the first 6 months of 2024. But lessons are very important. And you will now find yourself in this spiritual place, or you will be getting in touch with yourself in a new way. Your person, your twin flame, could suddenly file for divorce or suddenly quit their job. They will do something extremely drastic. I don't see a tower coming for you. It's different. It's a different journey. So someone could have Leo, Sagittarius or Aries in your chart, Aquarius in your chart. We have the Three of Swords. There has been a loss. So for those of you that, there has been a sadness to close the cycle. Many of you at this time are choosing to step up, to become exceptional, because you have something exceptional about you that you are going to give to the world. But you are going to have to go it alone. And they're in your environment because you choose to say, okay, karma has served its purpose. I now go it alone. Some of you could feel very sad and tears, but you don't even know why you're crying. You could feel this overwhelmed sadness of you don't even know why, but it's just happening. It has to do with you choosing what is exceptional for you, and the universe, the spirits, the karma is what is putting you in that place. Yeah. Many of you could cry because you are you are realizing that it's almost tears of joy and tears of, because the Queen of Wands, she's, very happy. Like, it's like, oh my God, okay, see what you had to experience in order to get out of isolation. You block yourself with the Five of Pentacles is unnecessary. You do know that there is so much joy around you, but you chose to stay in a place, and it's like being in where the karmic justice keeps playing out and playing out and playing out. I mean, it's not you'd rather be there celebration, you are celebrating, but if you keep staying where there's injustice, and you keep winning, and you keep seeing that the universe saying, yes, you're right, but it's hardship around it, it's hardship, and you could find yourself saying, right, I kind of maybe deserve to go through a little bit of hardship because I did stay in this Eight of Cups for so long, because there is fear of taking action. It's kind of you being paralyzed. You could feel paralyzed in some way of the justice system that is around you, and you just couldn't really break free from it when you should have. So the change here that is happening is going to be this major revelation. You are going to connect with your person, your twin flame. For many of you, this is also about surrendering into the part of the journey where you bring in romance and love. This is going to be a part of you where you are surrendering into your passion and being open about what you want, and not just staying in that place and not doing anything about it. Many of you have been in isolation and just saying, well, I don't have feelings for anyone. Whoever approached me, I don't care. I'll take a look. I don't have a twin flame. I don't care about them either. So many of you, there is like this justice system, or you might maybe you feel wounded because you try to help everyone that is being cut out of the justice system. Obviously, in these days, you're dealing with a lot of people losing their jobs. There's a lot of change, right? So if you try to save everyone. That's also hard. You have to save yourself in a way. But there is a soulmate connection, spiritual love, unified partnership that is happening here. And it's saying as well here, this is the part of the journey where many of you, you know exactly who your twin flame is and exactly how the situation is, and you will know, you know that you are going to connect with this person that you know is a twin flame. For many of you, it's more about, you could even have a twin flame that you know, okay, it is not the you know you're on a twin flame journey, but you have like detached yourself from the romantic side or connection to this person, and there is another person coming in. It's saying here, do not wait for like, oh, that it has to be that particular person that has that twin flame label on it. Here it is saying you have been also bound by scarcity mindset here. Scarcity mindset is something that everyone is going through at some point. Scarcity mindset it can happen when a safety network is gone and you have to explore new territories, and it's not that easy. And again, that's why many spend their whole life and like, it's like, I don't know what, it's like you hear all the time, you all say all the time as well, it's like, but I don't know what makes me happy. I don't know, like, you know, should I have a hobby? Should I not have a hobby? What should I do? So it's saying here, just be how you are. When you're a child, people accept you for how you are. You went out to play with someone, you maybe didn't play with them the next day, and you found the next day you went out another door in your house and you went out to another direction. Do you think the child was like, oh please mom, can you please write a note to this person, or I have to go and think about everything I have to say to this person because I don't want to play with them today? No. It's saying here to take back your childlike way and be this way. And that is going to be you breaking free from this very, very, very stuck energy that isn't yours. You could be trying to save people. It's like constantly, it's like the Titanic going down. You're trying to save people from the frozen ocean. You can't be doing that the whole time. If the lifeboat has come to save you and you don't even know, and obviously this is not life and death, so maybe it's a terrible example. But yeah, it's just to put it in an extreme way. So here, you have something exceptional about you with the star. You could be focused on failing. You're just saying, now I need to change something about myself, maybe next year. But it's saying, just do it now and understand that every human, everyone has flaws. Like, I mean, in these days, like, it's so many, like, going to bed at the same time and getting up in the morning is not that easy. Sleeping isn't that easy. Sleeping could be easy for some, and they're like, oh, that's the easy part of my day. Like, and then a person that says they can't sleep, they'll be like, oh, well, if I actually could sleep, I'll go to the gym in the morning. I feel so bright. Everyone always says, well, that would be so easy if I could just do that. You know, people's words, everyone has an opinion about everything. Every human has an opinion about everything, but none of us are the same. Everyone has something that is difficult because it's coming down to the scarcity mindset. You are going to break free from something that is stopping you, where it's more like saying, well, this is how I am, and that will be seen as a failure to many because I might not be able to change it, but it's something about you're going to do it anyway. You're just going to have to do it anyway. There will be a force to do it. This person here that is showing up in your life here could be a soul mate with the King of Cups. They're coming in to soften up your environment. This person is coming out of a fallen structure. Again, I see here this particular love story that is unfolding here has to do with a twin flame journey, but for many of you, this twin flame journey has to do with the journey that you have gone on your own, and you are saying, well, I don't even know where my twin flame is, but I believe they are my twin flame, and that's great. And many of you could actually also be on the twin flame journey with someone that you're not romantically involved in. It could be like a twin, so this could be, for those of you listening, it's like you have a twin flame that's a friend, or someone maybe, yes, is your friend, but you are not speaking to them, but because of the journey you have been and acknowledging that is your twin flame, again, is leading you to this romantic story that is supposed to bring you this happiness, but you and this person are serving the purpose. So this particular reading could be a little bit unusual for those of you that are not straight up dealing with a twin flame. You're in separation recently and you for sure have this very strong pull. You want to be with this person, you want to be with them tomorrow, but that could happen. But this particular reading, I feel, is for those of you that know that you have been on some kind of journey for a while, and in the recent time there could have been some stagnation where you are like, what is happening to me? Why am I in this place? And also, where does romance fit into it? Because I don't have any romantic feelings. Where you've been lately, it's like the last of your concerns is romance. And the thing is, that's where you've gone wrong, because it's something about bringing in romance. It's bringing in less harsh energy, but it could be almost impossible. Like, all right, every time you bring in your flowers and your love, you're like, boom, like you aren't appreciated because the people and surroundings are just in this gray zone. So you are like sharing your emotions to someone that isn't appreciating you sharing it. So you could find yourself as almost like you want to share your joy, but the surroundings are very not in that frame of mind. They're not able, because they're on a different journey. That's what I'm picking up. So you are learning something about, it's like your warm, kind, generous, exceptional energy is best served elsewhere. And how are you best going to serve it? Yes, you are going to look into your health. You're going to look into your day-to-day. There is adjustments with the Empress that you will make. That is where you're going to give yourself. Like all what you give to other people could have depleted you and got you in a bad health. But you are going to start giving that yourself. And that could be because it's easy to give to other people and be also after, oh gosh, I needed to have a drink, I needed to have cigarettes, I needed to eat certain food because, I was amongst all these people, like, that I couldn't cope in this environment unless I did all this. And then what happened? You felt depleted. So instead of doing that, you kind of are sort of facing the truth here and saying, but I am not serving anyone any good, really. If I keep giving everything to my surroundings and they're not appreciating and I'm not being receptive to it, but then on the same time, I'm also depleting myself, that is not serving anything. So maybe, because it's not easy to also give to yourself. Give to yourself is going to bed 1 hour earlier, giving to yourself is going to maybe the gym. That is hard work. Sometimes it's easy to stay in this Five of Pentacles where you're like, I feel frazzled, I feel wounded, but it's because I've done that for other people. It's because of my environment, and because of that, my health is deteriorating. But it's because of that. So if you stay in that loop, that's when you will stay in that loop. So the shift must be in you giving to yourself. As you start giving to yourself in a healthy manner, in a healthy way, and which will be hard. It's going to be a little bit of hard work. You have to be disciplined. You have to take back control of your life to put something in motion. As you do this, it's also a shift here with someone here detaching from a life that they no longer feel they have the zest for. So I'm going to finish this reading, but I want the participation as well. Yeah, here it is about, I'm seeing that being togetherness. Now I obviously lost where I was going to find about the meaning, but that's fine. I recall it roughly. It is about this flower again, to be united, but be united in a way that you really are participating together in togetherness, but also being together with people that want to be together in the same way. It's a new spiritual connection that is going to unfold. Now, many of you could get up and leave where you're living. You are deciding that I am leaving. There's nothing else for me here. I will look after myself by leaving. It's saying here to the moment that you start looking after your inner child, this is changing your world as it looks like now. Yes, you could rearrange your house to start off with. There's changes that you do to yourself. For many of you, you will start living as if you want to have a partnership on paper, and you're saying, well, as long as I'm looking vibrant and great, I can't do any more than that. But internally, I might be going through a misery because I can't do anything else than trying to keep up my appearance. It's kind of, for many of you, you could start shifting looking after your appearance to looking after your inner being more so. It's hard work to look after your appearance. Don't us female know it, those that commit to, there's so much grooming that can be done, and there is more grooming options that is than ever before that is possible. And personally, I think all of it is amazing, but of course it can easily turn into that, well, as long as on the outside I look good, I don't have time to look at the inside. If you spend all day looking at yourself, combing your hair, deciding what to wear, but then again, okay, and on the inside you go out and smoke, or you just don't sleep, or there is something like, then of course there is the inside that is important. So for many of you, from this moment on, you are going to start looking after yourself in a different way, and you're going to feel this shift happening. There is a discipline action taking place here. And your prayers and your affirmations and visualizations is going to bring you together with the person that you're meant to be with. This person could have water elements in their chart. I'm going to look up them quickly before I close the reading. But this person here could have children. You could have children. There is going to be a particular message where this person really want to connect with you. The wealth, a sudden wealth is coming, and your soulmate is different from your usual type. I feel here, for those of you that will be like, well, get to the best part. I'm here to listen to my twin flame, and I know that's the only person I want. That person you don't speak about this person. I would say look up on your, I did a reading for Aries. Check that one out, but I'm doing readings. But this has to do with keeping an open mind, because for those of you that have had a mindset that you want one particular outcome in love and in life for the moment, you have felt disappointed, you felt depleted, and you have been running yourself down to the ground. Meanwhile, you have not given yourself or explored any other options in life at all whatsoever. Spirits is telling you that this is the part of the journey where you must do that. You must let go of what you've been fighting for that you don't really want anyway. You must let go of that person or that particular outcome, that saving. There's something about the change here that is going to give you an experience that you want. And I'm just picking up for many of you again, this is for those of you that know who your twin flame is, but you know that you will not be in a romantic relationship with them, but you know because of them, they have changed you. It's like the Titanic, the story, obviously, in the movie, is that the lady said that, his name, Dawson, it changed her and saved her in so many ways. And she got the treasure, that diamond that everybody was looking for an eternity, and there she is in the midst of them the whole time. So you have this gift. All of you that are listening to this reading have already connected with someone that have given you this gift. But again, for those of you that could be in any place from like, okay, I don't even know where my twin flame is these days, hardly I'm going to have any romantic relationship with them, so no. Or some of you could even have as much as someone had passed away. So you are like, well, I want signs from above, but this is the sign from above that the divine is working for you. At work in your love life. The divine is working, but it's working in all mysterious ways, and you have to surrender into that journey. For many of you, you could say, well, I am a twin flame, I am spiritual, but you have not been living that spiritual journey for a very long time. You are depleted and you are feeling alone because you're also killing your inner child here, whilst putting yourself in the midst of fighting for some hardship that you don't need to fight for, because it's not your hardship. You still deserve to be happy. You do not have to force yourself into this journey. And as you start giving into yourself here, there will be a sudden wealth coming in. There will be a soulmate connection here that you are going to grow together with here. And you're going to be like, oh God, I've got it all wrong. Why have I been so fixed in my ways? Why have I not been able to see that? So many could have seen you being fixed in your ways as well, and you could be very stubborn. You could have a fixed sign. You could be Scorpio, Aquarius, Leo, Taurus, and you could have been fighting. Everyone is on a journey on their own, and everyone, even the people, we all give advice, but do we follow our own advice when we are in the midst of something? No, we don't always do that before or after, because anyone always can give the best advice after you've gone through that journey, but that doesn't mean you don't have any more journeys to go through. It's constantly evolving. And here it is, in the next few weeks, you're advised to see a death. The final part of a transformation here, it has to do with a spiritual journey, a spiritual lesson. For many of you, leaving a job. You are rising from the ashes. You are doing this by looking after yourself. And you might not see even a person at the moment. You might see death, as in you have lost your person. Whether it is a breakup, it is like a journey that finished. But it's saying just leave the death is the only thing you cannot change. Death is coming for you. Death is coming for everyone. It's the only thing you cannot change. So when the death has happened, that's happened. But you are alive and kicking. So this is not about death. I am not predicting that, but there is a situation that has ended in your life, and because of that ending, and this ending has happened in the past, it changed you. That doesn't mean you can't get it back, but what happened killed something within you when it comes to a certain situation, and you might even have lost your spark completely. That doesn't mean you don't have the skills. It doesn't mean that you can't have a new beginning. It doesn't mean that you can't love again. But you must start giving that love to yourself, especially when it comes to your health here, it's saying. For many of you, you have hesitated to, it's like, it's a shift that you find is very difficult to do. Yeah. Especially when it comes to giving love. So it's saying here, yes, you will, if you stay where you are in the same routine, exactly everything the same, you can be the kindest person in the world and you can be still doing good deeds and everything like that. But if you do not change and see that there's been a major transformation, go and transform your life, you will stay in the Four of Cups. So this is very important at this time, and it is also an advice where it's not enough to have the advice. I think you already know it. For most of you, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You know exactly what that is. I feel that you already know that your opportunities, your happiness, to be exceptional, to be with this love, it has to do with a cycle that has changed. But if you remain there after it has changed, it could delay this. So, by doing some minor changes, I'm seeing, by being open to opportunities, by it's something that you are going to do. Okay. Some of you are dealing with interference. So basically you are the person that you love, they love you, but they are letting someone control them, or they are, and as long as they tell someone about their feelings, for you, there are some negative impacts. So the underlying energies here is them looking over at you as someone very attractive, very abundant, but this person here, they are living unrequited love, they are not speaking the truth, they are not serving the commitment well, and they're stuck in limiting beliefs, and there is a cycle around them that is going around and around. They are there, and so this person here, whether this is your soulmate or this twin flame, for many of you, this exact energy here is what the cycle that's happened with your twin flame. That you waited for this twin flame, or kind of not waited but kind of did at the same time, because you haven't explored any other connection. You are dealing with someone that was really putting you through this, like they basically decided to fit in, so they live in their shadow side again and again and again, to trying to fit in and constantly going through inner struggle without even admitting they're going through this inner struggle and turmoil. Their vision of what looks good is only superficial at this stage. So someone here is going through that. They are going through the cycle around and around and around and around from doing that. And you could have even, for many of you twin flames, it's almost like you also paused because they paused, and you try to fit in because you're like, maybe I need to stop shining so bright because I don't fit in. I don't fit in then. So I try to fit in myself. So, maybe I shouldn't try to look so attractive or be so attractive. Or maybe I shouldn't try to be so good and pure and living these, but why have I got forward? Why, you could even, like, if you talk about doing anything healthy or so, you have been sort of shut down and looked at as a crazy person. If you have tried to brought up a spiritual talk or talking about, everything that is such an abnormal way to do with the environment you're in is not going to be received very well. So it looks like, dear twin flames, when you in fact here realize that you are the walking, talking treasure, and you are exceptional, and you can only be exceptional to when you give yourself the tools that you need to be even more exceptional, because then you are also with ease moving into the right opportunity for you. But to be exceptional as well, to fulfill this goal that you have, to change the shift, many of you, it has to do with a health, something to do with your health that you are doing. I don't see it as an addiction. I don't see it's even something major, but it's important to do it. It could be a routine. It's getting a better routine. It has to do with your mind. We have Aquarius energy with a star. It has to do with Scorpio energy as well. So if you have Scorpio, Aquarius in its chart, you could feel very fixed. You find it hard to look outside your environment. There's also not any support, any advice. But it's saying here that you will not get the advice from the environment you're in. It's impossible because none of them have ever been in the environment you're going to or want to be in. So how can someone give you advice when they've all accepted their surroundings and wouldn't even know what language you speak? English is not always enough. So, dear twin flames, thank you for watching. Please like, you can subscribe, you can leave a comment. I do not do personal readings at this time, but I do hope that you got something out of this reading that is valuable for you and give you clarity. Thank you and have a wonderful weekend.